At this point in time, who is really surprised that the internet freedom we used to have is now being actively taken away with severe censorship coming from governments? Orwell's 1984 now serves as a guide on how to make a dystopian regime work in real life for these completely evil politicians. Let's have a talk about the end of internet as we know it, freedoms which unfortunately are now slowly becoming a thing of the past. Hello everyone, Chris back again with you on Being Unleashed. Or rather today, it's welcome back to hell. As you can hear with the tone of this video, I have a more serious topic today that I would like to cover. And that is the growing censorship that slowly but surely engulfs the platforms we are on. A law under the guise to protect children, only to wake up with governments monitoring every single activity you do online. And also have police deployed near you if you say something that is unwanted. These evil husks, called politicians, won't be satisfied enough until everyone becomes absolutely miserable and in under complete control. And these so-called protection laws are only the start of these dark times which are going to fall on us. Let's start covering the topic from the ground zero of the issue, that is of course United Kingdom. It's an open secret at this point that the UK government despises its citizens and will actively arrest them if they have some critiques against how their country is being ruled. Not going to jump into that topic very much, you can do your research on your own, since the information is out there on the internet. But back to hatred of the citizens thing. This so-called Online Safety Act uses the generic think of the children motive to infringe upon your rights to consume content. Instead of letting parents educate their children on how to use internet access, now the government will act as a parental figure for everyone, including adults. Accessing content online now requiring your ID, or basically doxing yourself just to read a couple of news articles or view the interesting content. This is not about checking the age of a user that watches porn online. This protocol here is to censor anything the government doesn't like, giving them your ID exactly what is this law for, to know who you are, and to deploy the mechanism if your behavior is deemed dangerous by the government. And how are they defending this type of shit exactly? Well, it's exactly like you expect.
For everybody who's out there thinking of using VPNs, let me just say to you directly, verifying your age keeps a child safe. Keeps children safe in our country. So let's just not try and find a way around. Just prove your age, make the internet safer for children, make it a better experience for everyone. That's surely what we should aspire to in this country.
Doesn't this kinda sound familiar?
First, we will censor any use related to social taboos. Then we will censor anything else that we desire. If anyone complains, we will accuse them of wanting to engage in or promote social taboos.
How peculiar. That Metal Gear Solid clip really highlights how government in UK really works. I've always had this feeling that one day we might wake up with internet freedom and anonymity gone, ever since 2016 net neutrality disaster that happened in the United States. The governments are not your friend, and they will never be, as they solely follow their interests. First, you lose your access to pornography, then you lose your access to sites deemed unwanted. Then social media platforms get banned for dangerous and harmful material. Then lo and behold, you become Russian Federation with everything but the government-owned platforms being banned and deemed illegal. Having to upload your ID to access the said content, and them knowing who you are to make sure you behave properly. UK is the other side of the coin to Russian Federation, with the other countries like United States, Australia and the European Union finding inspirations in these vile actions. The internet as we knew it has ended, and the era of censorship and control has finally come. Now for some personal thoughts. You know, it's ironic to see all of this authoritarian bullshit disguised to protect citizens. Are adults really responsible for allowing kids to access those sites? Of course. But spewing dog shit like not giving an ID to watch pornography somehow constitutes a vile act against children? That is classic gaslighting and projection. And the truth is slipping through the cracks, with statements like this coming out from the politicians under pressure.
Online safety bill. If it's just about children, is it just about children, or does it focus on adults?
That should be an elite squad.
Barry, does it just focus?
Protect 13-year-old
I'm sorry,
girls.
the elite squad is not about children. Actually, shall I read you the thing? An elite squad of police officers is to monitor social media for anti-migrant sentiment. I don't think 13-year-olds are engaging that. So is it also to monitor adults? Simple question, yes or no?
Yes, of course it will.
Okay,
There we go. Look, sorry.
So let me get this straight. It's bad when Russia arrests their citizens that complain against the government, but when UK does that, it should be fine? Yes, something doesn't add up here. And again, this won't stop to just pornography. As they say, give them an inch and they'll take a mile. Slowly but surely, it progressed to censoring Twitter, YouTube, and now Spotify of all things. Apparently you need to share your ID to even listen to music in this day and age, apparently by UK standards. Can't have to wait this banner plastered actively in-game. Ah, wait. Call of Duty already has that now, so nothing special there. There is no other way to describe these laws as just pure evil. The governments making these are pure evil, forcing you to bend the knee to access the internet by doxing yourself. There is no fact that those IDs or facial scans won't be stored somewhere safe just in case. The intent to protect children might be a good one until you see through the bullshit and find out the real reasons why such laws were deployed in the first place. This is why such evil must be fought back against, and the pressure shouldn't be lowered on them. Today is the internet, tomorrow is going to be real life. I'm going to conclude this content piece now, everyone. I truly believe this censorship push is highlighting the end of the free internet as we knew in the past years. First, it's limiting access to pornography, then the opposition websites, then games, then you can expand this list to infinity. I consider myself lucky now that I live outside of EU and not being a part of it, as sooner or later they will join this censorship nonsense the UK spawned. I firmly believe those who voted this horrible law in effect should be jailed and be charged with treason. There's no other way to describe what they are doing right now. As for what is going to happen next, you must be prepared for censorship getting worse down the line, and these events being just the beginning of it all. I know I sound very doomy here, but we must face the reality we live in. This is a new precedent, and the evil skeletons that run your government will follow up with such an evil law as well. After all, they see 1984 as a guidebook in 2025. Nothing else. Thanks for watching this ramble, everyone. This is not the usual content I release on Being Unleashed, but this is an important topic that I really wanted to cover. Can't wait to get in trouble in 2030 for making this video in the first place. I have a feeling I'll feel the wrath of something and someone down the line. Don't forget to throw a thumbs up if you enjoyed this content and click the subscribe button to watch more content of myself. And hopefully not this kind of nightmare stuff, cause honestly nobody deserves this. I usually cover tech instead of this dystopian nonsense, so keep that in mind. Thank you for watching, stay on edge.